Hello friends, check out that tree. The Coosa dogwood is blooming. And if you remember last time I had taken down the vine, it's not showing signs of leafing out yet, and if I remember right, it definitely is behind the other vines, the other domestic grapevines. Look at this guy getting ready to bloom. Well, I say that, and then look at this. Look at this. Come here, you. You're in the wrong place. There we go. Grapevine. All right. It's a riot in here. This is crazy. The cilantro is finally starting to bolt. I used some in my lunch today because it's only just starting, so it's not terribly bitter yet, but it's starting to get that way. And when it bolts, see, before it bolts, the leaves are close together. And then as it bolts, they get more feathery and further apart, and then it'll send up a real tall stem like these guys here, just boop way up there to send the flowers way up. This is the cultivated dandelion. It has not bloomed yet, but it's also bolting. Rosemary's doing great. Garlic green's doing great. And right here we've got the flowers, the gladiolus, coming up. They continue to spread every year, so that clump right there was one flower. That clump there and there was one bulb, one bulb, and they're spreading. That makes me happy. It means they're doing well. Apple. This is the black. I think it was a Jonathan black, Arkansas black. So he's doing real well. I don't know how I'm going to be able to spray him. I'm going to have to get a ladder or something when he gets taller in order to spray him, because that's about 10 feet high right now. I have to spray with copper sulfide, which is it's to treat this right here, the apple rust. So obviously I've not completely eliminated it, but the apple cedar rust, that's the copper sulfate is organic. Then we have the artemisia leafing out, getting ready to bloom. This one has just surpassed any dreams I could have had. It produces flowers like most of the summer long, pretty little pink poofs. It's just the nicest thing. Yarrow is also bolting, getting ready to flower. We've got strawberries. Now, I don't use the strawberries over here. Basically, they wandered over here, or maybe I planted them. I don't remember anymore. But we don't eat them because they're too close to where the cars park. So we don't want to be eating petroleum-laced strawberries. The paper whites are about done. There's daylilies there, and I don't remember if they've bloomed before. I'm hoping that they will this year. Pond scum, yep, right there. Peonies look the same. I guess they're just slow to bloom. Here's the other apple. For a second I was like, oh, it's an apple. No, it's not. That is not an apple. That is a peony. Here's the Cortland apple. Now this one is definitely smaller. He's only a little taller now. He's about 6 feet, as opposed to the black apple that has gotten really tall this year. And this one leafed out first, so it's really true to its dwarf name. And I realized after having trimmed back the other day, that branch right there comes out at such a bad angle. It's like at a 80-degree angle, and that one's gonna have to come off. Mulberry, doing great, huge. The Jerusalem artichokes are coming up. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's another one. Back there. There's one. All right, I planted 8. I want to say 8. And so it looks like we've got 6. Hopefully these 2 over here will come up, I hope. Maybe I hope they survive the winter. This is what the deer love to eat, but it usually gets to about knee-high before they'll eat it down to about knee-high. So right now they're just still at the ground. What I have to do is water them with diluted urine. And like pour it on the leaves. Now you don't eat the leaves, so it's okay to do that to a plant that you're going to eat the tuber. But you can't grow tubers if the deer keep eating all the leaves. So what is that? Oh my goodness. All right, here's the grapevine. This is the domestic grape. It's called Niagara. Little tiny grape clusters on it. Hopefully we'll get to eat some of the grapes this year. We're going to be putting in a deer fence because we lost all of the grapes last year. I think I literally got 4 grapes. 4 grapes last year. The year before that we got 2 buckets of grapes, and I was really looking forward to last year's harvest, thinking it was going to be even better, maybe 3 buckets. Now I got 4 grapes because something came and ate them all. If it's raccoons, we're out of luck, but if it was the deer fence should do. I do not remember planting anything here, but these guys coming up, I'm thinking maybe those are buckwheat, because I had buckwheat in this bed last year. They almost also look like beans. I don't know what those are, but that's exciting. I did not see them until just now. There's another one. There's another one. I think that must be buckwheat. So it must have, maybe the buckwheat that I didn't harvest settled on the ground, and when I brought in the leaves, it protected it enough to survive the winter. That's amazing. All right, here's our mustard greens. I don't think I ever appreciated how pretty mustard could be. Look at these. Gorgeous. Let's see if they sell. They have a scent. It is a peculiar scent. I do not see a single bug eating on any of these leaves. See, that's why mustard greens are the best. First I thought that was a bug and it's just a stick. Of course it is still early in the season, but we'll see. All right, so, ooh, poke. This is poke salad. Now I've got to check to see if the other, yes, the poke is coming up. Ooh, I'm gonna have poke salad tomorrow. I'm gonna eat poke salad tomorrow. All right, here's our compost pit, pile. It's where when I weed the garden, if I pull things up, I'll just pile it here. Eventually, this will be like really rich, and I'll plant something that requires a lot of fertilizer, natural fertilizer. But for right now, it's just an inconvenient spot to try to garden, so I end up just piling things there. I'm thinking to double dig this. I mean, around the base of the grapevine. I'm thinking I'm going to double dig this and try to grow carrots here. But if carrots I don't think carrots need full sun, so they'll get some shade from the grapes. I'm hoping that'll work. The blueberries are looking pretty happy. Also did not get any blueberries last year, and I know that was from birds because the berries were like snipped. You could see where a beak had cut them, basically. Oh, and we've got some blueberry flowers already. Man, it is the 14th of April. Blooming already. That is awesome. Blueberries are very cold tolerant, so I shouldn't be surprised that they're blooming. But yeah, I've got some, not shade cloth, what's it called? Screen. I've got some screen that I'm going to put over them this year and try to keep the birds from eating them after they have done flowering. Now this just looks like a mess. This is the curly dock. I'm gonna let it grow another year before I try to start harvesting it. So I'm planning on starting to harvest it next year. This is wild lettuce, prickly wild lettuce. It's not really edible, but it's used medicinally as a painkiller, a topical painkiller. So I do let some grow in my yard. I have a lot of maple seedlings, and I'm really thinking, if I'm smart, I will dig a bunch of these up and put them along the fence line, because there's just more houses. House there, house getting built there, house getting built there, house getting built there. So go check on the asparagus. Did it grow back? I'm not seeing any asparagus here. I'm not seeing any asparagus here. I'm not seeing any asparagus there. Well, this makes me sad. Those are my oldest asparagus plants. This is last year's asparagus. You can see we did not harvest it. Well, shoot. Or no shoots. Oh, I'm wrong. Look. There it is. All right, let's see if we can get closer over here too. No, I'm still not seeing any over here. Shoot. All right, well, I've got asparagus plants in here too. This would be their third year. The first year was from seed. Yeah, okay. This is my serviceberry. It's alive. This is the plant that I did not realize was actually an apple. So it's been hit by the apple cedar rust, but I didn't recognize it because it does not look exactly the same. It never got the orange spots on the leaves, at least not that I saw. And I didn't see any rust on the, well, it's the cedar that gets the rust on the branches. Oh gosh, I just said I didn't see any asparagus, and look, this is asparagus. I mean, it's hard to see. It's very, very delicate. Oh, here's another one. Yay! So yeah, I want this to become my asparagus patch. Right now, it's obviously, most of this is, so this is cleavers, which is an invasive, an exotic from Europe. It's edible though, although it's not fun to eat something that feels like it's trying to eat you back, because it feels like Velcro. And then this, let go of me. This is the goldenrod. Yep, more asparagus right here. You're so pretty. You're so pretty, asparagus. And I've got a lot of violets in here. There have been some strawberries in here somewhere. Yep, strawberry. And I'm also seeing so many trees grow in my garden. All right, I need to bring my next pot of coffee grounds. I need to bring out here and see if this raspberry will respond to coffee grounds. This is the one that has grown back every year to about that size, and then never gotten bigger. So I'm thinking maybe it just needs more acid. I gotta pull those. Those are privet. Tons of cleavers over here. I have not developed these beds. Obviously, the outer edge I kind of wanted to be a little bit more wild. See, look at all these baby trees. There's another maple. But it gets unmanageable. It really does. Let's see. Oh, here's another. There's another asparagus. Asparagus. Should be one more in here. I'm not seeing it. Asparagus. Yet another tree. Oh, yeah, here we go. Asparagus. Another one. So there's one there and one here. And another maple. Yeah. I'm thinking this year I might plant sunflowers out here. Maybe. Maybe. Should be another asparagus in here, and I'm not seeing it. It could be right in front of my eyes. That's what we've seen several times already. Still not seeing it. All right. And then there's this guy. He's doing real well. We actually ate one shoot from this growing. Now I've got more. I did have poke here, but I've been discouraging it because I only want one poke plant area. All right, God, this is just craziness. All right, here's the other serviceberry, and I've sprayed both of them this year once with the stuff for the apple cedar rust, the copper sulfate. He's looking pretty good. And then, all right, so we've got probably banana. This is the canna banana corner. Those might be cannas. I don't think bananas come up this early unless that right there is banana. And I think that's actually another canna. So I've got to give them more space. All these other, like the asters and the goldenrod and the everything, crowd over here. This is the south corner. This is the south corner. The whole thing is a little bit, the corners point towards the cardinal directions. So that's the south corner, that's the west corner, north corner, and that's the east corner down there. So, all right, hey, we're getting some really good leaf growth on the hazelnut. Ooh, wobbly wobbly. Oh, getting wonderful creeping Charlie and sticky weed. I've already forgotten the name of it. Cleavers, whatever. I don't know if we've got any of the milkweed coming up yet. I don't think so. Of course, I did plant. Ooh, I should go check on that. I planted some wild milkweed last year over here somewhere, and I'm not seeing it. I don't know what this is. Do you know what this is? I don't. It's coming up all over the place. Anyway, but that was a transplant from the side of the road. And it died back and then came back from the root. It made me very happy. Yeah, I don't see any poke over here. All right. So I don't know what to do with these beds. Last year I tried to grow melons out here and they did not thrive. I think they don't get enough water. It's too far from the water source. Not sure what I'm going to do with this guy. Elderberry, doing fantastic. This gets very shady in here, so I've not had success with anything growing in this area because it gets shaded by the, oh, you little, get out of my garden. It gets shaded by this guy because it's to the east of that. And I should just find something perennial that likes to grow in shade. Gets shaded by the grapevine and the elderberry. Oh gosh, these branches are... Hazelnut, hazelnut, garlic patch. This is the green garlic where we eat just the leaves. I've got this stuff coming up all over the place, and I know I've looked it up in the past, and I think it's a native, but I just don't know what it is. And then the mugwort taking over the world. Mugwort is supposed to be good for wounds, I think. Now I've forgotten what it's for. That's got to get cut down. That's got to get cut down. All right, so we're basically back to the beginning. Okay, oh, forgot to look at the phlox. We looked at the peonies and mugwort. It's just like a carpet. Just look at it. It just freaking looks like a carpet. Like, ooh. Apple. All right, taking a look. There's that stuff bolting and going to seed. Here's the the strawberry ziggurat. We didn't cover that. Look how big the strawberry leaves are growing this year. So I've been putting lots of compost pits into the strawberry area, and it's working. The strawberries look great. So we should get some good berries this year. And I'm also concerned that we're going to lose them to the deer or squirrels or raccoons. So I'll probably cover them when they start to set fruit. Yeah, look at those guys. All right. Oh, and there was one other thing I wanted to show you. The Maximilian sunflower. The one that grew up so tall. It's coming back already. I seriously need to put that pot back where it belongs. It's been out here since the hard frost back in, was it December or January? I also want to move some of these iris because they're starting to crowd each other. I want to move them along here. Obviously, I have not done that yet. It's been a plan. Yeah, it's a plan. All right, so an overview of the garden. Okay, thanks for coming and joining my update. It was a long one. Be good, be well.